Hello and welcome back to the Lightning Pack. We are following Flash here. Fresh. My goodness. Where are my words? We are following Flash as he heads towards the south. He picked up the scent of an elk carcass. And then the winds change direction, and so he's just kind of heading in this direction, hoping to pick up the scent of it again or spot something that hints that maybe it is over here. I do smell some elk and everything, but we are in the season where elk are the strongest, so I don't think it would be very wise for Flash to go hunting an elk herd by himself. He does spot some deer, but so far it does not look like there's any fawns with them. Maybe over here there might be. There they are. Thankfully he has full stamina this time, so hopefully he can catch one of these. Pups are in that growing pups phase where they are constantly needing food and to be fed. Flash, this is why you have a major leg injury, because he just tends to latch on and take hits when he really shouldn't. There he goes. We do have a pack invading our territory, kind of close by, but, you know, Flash is, you know, he's the only one. He's a single parent right now, and he's majorly injured, so going to confront them wouldn't be the wisest choice. We'll just have to wait and see what they do, and try to steal the territory back once they are done stealing his territory. Hopefully they don't get too far in, because you know, they are right up here and our rendezvous site is right here, so it would certainly not be ideal. Flash is going to take the rest of this and give it to his pups. He'll probably take a moment to raise affinity back up, and you know, maybe he'll get lucky and the carcass will come back into our scent view. Hey guys, toss up name tags up for you guys if you're new. This is Loki and Bingo. What are you doing over there? Come on over here. We have... Oh, Loki, did you eat it all? Come over here. We'll put some of this down for you. How about that? Loki, did you get full? Mostly, but let's make sure you get all the way full. Yeah, we do smell... It smells like Rescue Creek went straight through here. I wonder if that's from us fighting them off, or if something else is going on. Maybe they walked by as we were out hunting. I think Flash is starting to get a little nervous here. He's going to send the pups in. Go ahead and clean this up. Can't let any food go to waste. And he's just going to go just make sure that the wolves aren't like anywhere super close. Keep an eye out, you know, if he needs to get his pups out of there, he needs to be aware and ready. That's the direction they are taking our territory from. And you know, where they are that close, he might need to go confront them just to, you know, try to protect his pups as much as possible. But he is feeling pretty tired, and, you know, he is majorly injured. His health bar is not complete. I think he's just going to go up, hide in the grasses with the pups, and hope that nobody finds them. Come on, Loki. We need to hide. That's good. Our jaw has healed up. Still have our major leg injury though. Stay in, please. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. You know, the storm has cleared. Bingo, please go in. Lots of elk on the wind. No more stranger wolf scent. Thankfully they only took that one, it looks like, so I think Flash is going to take a little bit of time to just strengthen everything up real quick. He's going to feed the pups what he has. Over here, close to the grasses. You know, even though they are bigger, he is still a little bit paranoid. You know, it's only him, and like I said, he's got this major leg injury, and he's very concerned about the safety of his pups. Ooh, and coyotes. Get in. Loki is terrified of coyotes, so I'm hoping that he can get them away from the pups. Far enough away where Loki isn't terrified. And then he's going to pick one and do his best to fight them. He's already getting a bit tired. Stamina is draining. Let's see if we can't get the coyotes further away from the pups again. Oh. And now we have another leg wound. There we go. Here we go. Good job, Loki, staying in the grasses. I apologize for the extra noise. My dog has decided to switch spots. Alright, you know, knowing that Loki is terrified of coyotes and that he has a hard time staying in the tall grasses, that allowed Flash to handle those coyotes a lot better this time. He used a little bit of strategy, luring them away, and then just focusing on one seemed to really help instead of trying to fight all three of them. So, you know, all learning bits for Flash. Learning how to protect these pups even better. I think he looks at Bingo and, you know, he can see so much of Lightning in him, and even Lightning's sister Moon. He didn't know Moon very well, but he had met her a time or two, and you know, he can definitely see the resemblance. And though he's very sad that he doesn't have Lightning here with him, he is thankful to see the resemblance in the pups. And looking at Bingo, let me do a little pup cam so we can see. I just noticed that he has little scratch marks right on his muzzle. So it looks like he's gotten a pretty good scratch at some point. Probably from one of the attacks where Flash was doing his best to protect them, but you know, they've lost a lot of pups since Lightning has passed. Let's get some pictures here while it's day. There we go. Alright, I don't think we have anything else to regurgitate, so I think it is time for us to go tend to territory and find some food. Pups are definitely a bit hungry. And Flash seen some deer off over here, so he's hopeful that he can get another fawn. Unfortunately, it doesn't... Oh! Actually, here it is. There is the elk carcass again, so he might be able to go find that this time. Oh. There's a whole herd of bison right there. Well, stay way over here. Stay far away from our pups, please. Seem to have lost the scent of the carcass. There's a doe mule deer. Oh, there it is. It doesn't like going too far from the pups either, so hopefully this isn't too far away. Smells like there are some male dispersals over in this direction as well, probably also lured in by the scent of an elk carcass. They are probably over here trying to feed on it as well. Go ahead and let Flash get a drink here. Get a picture, because this looks like a pretty spot to get a picture. And it is, my goodness. Alright, let's continue trying to find this. We are smelling coyotes, so probably just coyotes on it now. We're just going to still a piece. I was hoping to still a piece before we got bit. Let me go. No. You guys are gonna make me fight you, aren't you? See if we can't lure them away like we did. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, he's going to eat the rest of the cow and bring the meat chunk back to the pups. Hopefully. That's the plan anyways. Oh, we got a bigger chunk of meat there. Actually, no. The other one's the bigger piece. You birds, back off. That's for the pups. There we go. Alright, let's take this back to the pups and get them some food. And here we are. Here's a meat chunk for one of you, and looks like we have some bunnies over here we can also bring back. Not that they fill the pups up very much anymore, but you know, every little bit helps. Looks like Bingo's already pretty full anyways. Flash just checking the air and making sure everything seems safe. Hi Loki, how are you? You guys are getting so big. It's like they are both filled up, so I think Flash will go ahead and finish these off. He'll try to bring them back more when he goes out again. Oh, Bingo, confident tail. Loki avoiding conflict there. Let's see how territory is doing. We definitely could use to shoot, you know, around and strengthen, but I think they are just a bit tired and ready for their midday nap, so Flash is going to go ahead and send them in and do that. There we go. Flash is hearing some another potential mate howling out there. That's still not the top thing on his mind, but I do feel like, you know, it's been a while since he's lost Lightning, and you know, I do think it's something that it might be kind of on the back of his mind now. You know, he sees the pups are getting bigger, and you know, if they are going to grow their pack anymore, it will require him to find a mate and, you know, have another litter of pups. He's not real sure about it all. He's a little bit nervous. Like I said, it's not top of his mind, but I do think it's starting to enter the back of his mind. It's like the pups are feeling hungry. They're all out trying to do some hunting, and Flash doesn't mind giving them a minute to try and do a little hunting on their own. You know, it gives them some much needed experience, and you know, it's important for them to learn some hunting skills on the little critters that are around. Let's take a look at territories. Ooh, yikes. A lot happened while we slept, and we might need to really take care of that. Alright, you two. Thought I seen something over there. You guys going in? Alright. I'll be back soon, you guys. Stay safe, please. Which way do we want to go? We want to go... tempted to just run down here and steal this neutral territory so that we don't get boxed in. So let's head a little bit south east, I believe. Yeah. Just going to try and go do that as quickly as possible. You know, we don't have very much affinity with the pups, so that's why Flash usually stays as close as he can to the pups so he doesn't have far to run to get back to them. But they are older now, so I think he's going to just do what he can here. Oh, gosh darn. Where are you guys invading? Up here again. That's not ideal. I think we're going to stick with our plan. I think hearing that howling would just put all of his hairs up on his back. You know, he knows his pups are right there, and heading in the opposite direction away from his pups and away from the invading pack just feels wrong in every inch of his body. And yeah, he's, as much as he needs to do that, as much as we need that neutral territory, he can't bring himself to put his pups in that kind of danger. I think instead he's going to go ahead and go take a look at what is going on over here. You know, if he can get close enough to see how many there are, and if he's completely outnumbered, he can always choose to run away. But if he feels like he can take them on, then I think he's going to have to, because they are really pushing in on him, and his pups are getting less safe by the day. Excuse me, guys. Just because I'm running down here, like, it does not mean that you can come out. Actually, hold on. Come here. You guys are so hungry. Let's get you a little bit of food here. Alright, you guys can both have a pile. Let's raise our affinity back up so that we can be gone. Bingo, I gave you your own pile. You want your brother's? Here. Let's put down some more. I think Flash is feeling very anxious. He wants to get going as soon as possible. I think he's telling the boys to hurry up. Loki, you stay over here. Do we have any more food we can give? Because Bingo is still pretty hungry. Oh yeah, he's hearing that howling and he's just... Oh, he's so on edge. He's going to warn Loki not to go far. And send him back up. Bingo, where are you going? Yeah, he's gonna send them in and book it to see what's going on over here. Get your rabbit on the way. Keep his belly as full as possible. He's a little too anxious to eat it right away, though. Let's see, how far away are they? Not too far. here we are. Let's eat this and see if we can't smell them. Again, I apologize for extra noise. My dog can't seem to get comfortable. He keeps moving. I think Flash is very nervous coming down here. You know, he doesn't know how many there's going to be, and you know, he's got to keep his pups safe, and the only way to keep his pups safe is if he stays alive. You know, if he runs into a pack of like a bunch of them, could be the end of him. Certainly sounds like there's a bunch of them. He is just not seeing them yet, and I'm gonna pause real quick because I have a glare on my screen and I literally cannot see. That's better. I can see now. I still don't see... Ah, there they are. Looks like we have Acorn. Is that the only one that we have? Because it sounded like there was more. Oh, yeah, we have Osmosis as well. We've definitely had some run-ins with them. Acorn is very not worried. Who is this? Why is there not a name above? Okay, so it is 3 against 1. Not good odds. And none of them are very scared at all. Flash is already extremely tired. And they have indeed taken this over already. But, you know, Flash cares about his pups and he wants to keep them safe, so he's going to do his best here. Let me go! Flash, this was a terrible idea. What are you thinking? Seriously, you have 0 stamina. I think he just feels like if he didn't give it a try, he would feel like he's failing his pups. Because, you know, quite a few episodes back, I said that if anything happens to the pups, he blames himself. You know, it's really hard on him. He feels like a failure as a father, and you know, he feels like if he doesn't try to, he'd just feel like an absolute coward if he went down there and just walked away. But he can see that him and his pups are really not safe at the moment. They are not too far away. My dog just keeps moving around. Oh, you coyotes, get out of here. I think Flash would be very much not in the mood. You guys are heading right for the pups. Go the other way. Yeah, so the wolves are just right down there. You know, they've taken that territory, and their rendezvous site is right here. So Flash does not feel like they are in a safe spot. He's going to have to go take that territory back as soon as possible if he is to keep the pups safe up here. Here's some food, guys. Go ahead and get that. There's another rabbit here somewhere. Where did it go? Yeah. Oh, did I just see something? Thought I just seen a triangle. Here we go. Loki has gotten lost. Alright, well, here's another bunny for you guys. Let's see if Loki will answer. There he is. Loki, you're kind of in the direction that the other wolves are. That makes Flash even more nervous. He sees something moving around down there, and I'm hoping that it's Pronghorn and not the other wolf pack moving in. Loki, seriously, where did you go now? I think Loki's trying to do some hunting. He's like, look, Dad, look down there. I found something we can hunt. Can I help? I'm a good hunter, I promise. You should see the size of the squirrel I caught. Loki, no. Follow me. He's like... Loki! Follow me, please. Apparently, he went too far to be able to find where the rendezvous site is again. Did Bingo get lost? Because I don't think we put him in either. I think he must have, because I do not see him anywhere. Bingo, where are you? In the opposite direction, of course. Of course. There you are. Follow me, Bingo. Oh, we are surrounded by other wolves howling. Flash is wondering what he is going to do if he is forced to move the pups, because, you know, this has been a safe haven for them for a while now. You know, the pups are almost big enough to, you know, go into that young hunter's phase, but they aren't there yet. Still have a bit of time left. Flash is pretty exhausted, so I think we are going to go ahead and let him sleep again. I think he's dreaming about having another mate. Maybe he's dreaming about lightning. Looks like it is now fall. They're waking up with a chill in the air, which means they are very close to going into that young hunter's phase. Yeah, we don't have anything that we can feed the pups right now, so finding something is going to be important. Territory is terrible, so we really need to fix that up. Alright. Let's go ahead and send them in. Yeah, food is most important, so let's head to the north, I think, so that we can hopefully take care of that territory while we look for food as well. Oh, and there's a bunny. That won't do much, but it's better than nothing. So let's go ahead and get this to them real quick. Come eat real quick, guys. Loki. It's not going to be enough for both of them anyway, so Loki can go out and try to hunt something on his own, I guess. Right, back in. Did you catch something? No. Loki, back in. Oh, there's a little vole. It's not gonna feed you enough anyways, so back in so I can bring you guys back something bigger. Something much bigger is needed. Flash is very hungry, the pups are very hungry, so something that can feed all three of them would be ideal. Mule deer went by not long ago. Maybe there'll be a fawn with them. Let's see if we can't track them down. Oh, there they are. Alright, the fawns are with them. They're just a bit bigger now. Which isn't a bad thing, because that means they will have a little bit more meat on them. We are no longer in our own territory, so Flash needs to be careful. He is being very slowed down by his leg, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and see if we can't take this over. Looks like if we go this way, we might be able to find the scent post. Gotta go quick, Flash. Oh, it's way over there. Darn. And smells like the... Oh, that's actually a bachelor dispersal, so nothing to worry about there. I was hoping that the scent post wouldn't be so far away from the mule deer that we were hunting. Hi guys. Anybody scared this time? I think Flash is going to give up early this time because he is fully healed up. You know, he still has a major leg injury and he's really hungry. The pup's really hungry, so getting injured will not be helpful. Which way is that? Oh, they took it over again. I see what's going on here. Nope. Nope. The stamina is pretty much gone. No. He's trying his best to manage his stamina without getting caught. They are so close to him and his pups. it looks like, let's take a look here real quick. We do have a couple dispersals that need named, but somebody from the Molly's pack we need a name too. This is Rescue Creek. So Acorn is just a yearling. I didn't know that. Rukio is the pack leader, and we have not seen Rukio in a long time. We have also not seen Sincerity for a long time. We mostly just run into Osmosis, Acorn, and then this subordinate here, who is also a male. I think I'm going to name him Maple. Just because we have Acorn and then Maple just makes sense there, and I'll name the other ones another time. Well, that did not go as planned at all. As you can see, they're so close. Poor Flash and his territory has, you know, he's barely got anything left. It's really not ideal. But more importantly, he needs to find food for him and the pups, so I think he's going to focus on that. It is fall, so elk should be weaker. They should be weaker now this time of year, but the territory is so small that it's definitely going to be difficult to hunt them safely, because they are going to run into other pack territory. So I think Flash is just going to go ahead and follow this scent, see where it takes him. You know, mule deer is probably going to be a better bet. Honestly, it could go either way. But I think we are going to have to leave this for next time because I am out of time. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging with me. If you enjoyed this episode, and I certainly hope you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you are new. If you are new, be sure to check the description because I have their playlists linked in there, so you can start at the very beginning so you know exactly what's going on. And oh, here's a pronghorn fawn. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys. I think Flash is just going for whatever he can get a hold of here. This one actually turned to fight back. Interesting. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll pick up from here next time. Bye!